It's not a bad deal.
The deal itself, not bad, but
the deal itself, Vecna.
Vecna is taking the laws of reality and bending them to his own will, not to allow anyone else's will work. So why does he get the full say over all the other gods?
Ask the other gods.
Well, what have they done for you
The
recently?
real question is, what are the other gods doing to stop him? Besides, apparently give us powers.
My
But you know,
question is now to Pelor being like, "Hey, you see what's going on with these revenant babies?"
Yeah, dude. Good job.
Joe.
So we were discussing today that we might start off the game by drawing a tarot card to predict how this game will go, since we are in the last 5 episodes, I believe. This is episode 8.
This is episode 5?
No,
this is episode
it's
5. This is episode 8. It says 5 on there right now.
Well, it's lying to you because it's episode 8.
Oh, the boxes are being moved around right now?
Yeah, they are. I think. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you.
Right as we go live.
I got you.
I love that.
Worried.
So yeah, as Melissa was saying, we were talking about the idea of drawing a tarot card for each of the new episodes. I have 0 experience with any interpretation. I'm getting into the whole reading aspect of the world of tarot. I primarily liked it for the art more than anything else, and now that I really like the concept behind the manifestation and the drawing on the energies of the world. I love that, but I have no idea what anything in any of the decks do and mean. Any like I know that the 3 of Pentacles specifically is something that will be drawn and will be like success in communication and teamwork, I believe, is what my friend was saying from how she interprets. But I got nothing. I got nothing.
Pull the card and let the audience draw their own conclusion.
Right. So I will. I do not follow any organized beliefs. I let the world decide stuff for me, and then I will let the world influence me as I go.
I am pagan. I do not identify as a Wiccan.
I'm technically Jewish, but that doesn't. I mean, that's a technicality. I did.
It was a lot of effort.
Some would say too much.
All right. Well. Oh yeah, give me a number between 1 and 10, and I'll use that many shuffles. I have my deck.
Who's saying?
Oh, a D10.
A D10.
5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll do actually like 5 different pulls from the deck of the shuffle. 3, 4.
Is my dog eating?
A little bit.
Can you hear him nibbling away? Like
just the munchies.
Excuse me.
This is my first pull from the deck. The specific deck. At any point, I have another deck that I have used. First pull. This is the Virgin pull.
Ooh.
6 of Swords. I don't know what this may bring, but I know that I have 6 swords.
No, Arsene has 6 swords.
Specifically rapiers.
Specifically.
Google says.
Also, Mel, apparently they can't
Right
hear
side
you.
I know, I
Side
fixed it. I'm
transition, change, rite of passage, and releasing baggage.
So you guys are getting rid of Arsene?
That's the kind of the prime.
Brillia
I
left.
guess we're kind of going for if we're marching into Lunaris today.
Yeah, Brillia left behind her life force, so you know. That's great.
Brillia was alive once. Technically, you still are.
I am.
I'm jealous.
Am I? Now I have to keep my sword sheath to keep Verity from cutting herself on.
Like at nighttime, I'm like.
Just like
All right. Well, shall we do let's do our like formal welcome and begin the game, as now we know what's going to happen. So welcome everybody to Darkness and Dragons. We are a 5e actual play Dungeons and I can do it.
While.
We're a 5e actual play Dungeons and Dragons game for mature audiences. If this is your first time with us, come and hang out in the chat and we will talk to you and you can judge our decisions and tell us when we should have lit something on fire versus tried diplomacy. Otherwise, let's do some introductions. So I am the game master for today. I'm Melissa, and with me as always is...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Verity / Ryan, the Asmar Rogue.
Me, Luna, and I play Brillia, our tiefling warlock.
And me, Ian, I play Tabby, the Tabaxi Bard. So how about we figure out and hear about what happened last week on Darkness and Dragons? So the Shady Bunch continued their battle against Ondrea. A quick heal from Brillia brought Tabby back to his feet with just enough time to scurry away before the opposing Aasimar let out a furious and frustrated shriek as a thunderous aura boomed out from within her. The dangerous battlefield wasn't enough to keep our heroes from conquering Lunaris' so-called leader, however. In one final hurrah, the Shady Bunch pushed through the pain of her attacks altogether. A few wounds caused by Brillia's blades showed to be more familiar than expected, matching Brillia's own cursed stomach slash. A fond farewell was bid to Tabby's father, as he rested his soul within Tabby's longsword, lending his son the strength to keep on his feet after nearly falling once more. Finally, Verity stood her ground and managed to land a final blow, knocking out her aunt with the butt of her dagger. Sarita then whistled a complex tune, signaling a ceasefire as Ondrea was restrained and shed of any dangerous, potentially magical items. Now outside of any immediate threat, everyone gathered to unpack what may come next. Waiting for an update from the party, Sarita stays with a fraction of the forces of Lunaris just outside of Karakat as the gang returned with Ondrea and the rest of the news. After a bit of deliberation, the next path was charted, showing the people of Lunaris just how Ondrea got to where she is. May be a risky path and a dangerous choice, but who better to get the results than our risky and dangerous crew? Although there may be other pressing issues to focus on as well, such as cost as a parent, revenant status, and discovering that both Brillia and Ondrea are facing the same fate. Vecna's new idea of immortality has been realized.
Yeah!
That's where we are today.
Vecna's gonna turn everyone into a revenant so you live forever! What? Vecna's your bro. Who wants to die? I want to live forever.
Eventually.
Alright, so we finished last episode with you guys jumping in the carriage and making your way towards Lunaris, which is about a 2-week travel. You have Ondrea tied up and are carting her back with you rather than having murdered her. And let's see how things have progressed. Brillia, will you roll me a D100, please?
Okay. Who do I trust?
And the question is, do you want to be low or high?
Choose a different die. Not that one.
Not that one?
Not that one. I'm feeling it.
I mean, there's 2 dice.
There's 2 dice. Do you want me to change one of them or both?
Whichever you feel is best.
Whatever I feel is best?
Now at this point, now that I have thrown my caution into the wind.
We're just gonna use the D100 to figure out how much Brillia's disease has spread. So she got cut with a special blade that will turn her into a revenant.
I swear I rolled a 50.
See? Balanced.
Right
as all
in
things should be.
Balance. So cool. You are doing exactly as well as you could hope. It's not going well, it's not going badly. Yes, this cut that is going to turn Brillia into a revenant is also is going to kill / make you immortal, and it is progressing normally. Verity, would you like to roll me one for your aunt to see how hers is going?
Ask me if I care.
I mean, you didn't kill her on the battlefield, so I think you probably care.
If she if she accidentally dies, like if she passes away, that's out of my control.
I mean, if she passes away, she becomes immortal. So,
Yeah,
totally.
Ondrea is not doing well at all. Ondrea is probably days away from whatever death is now, well, days away from dying and becoming immortal.
We're
But,
dying
like,
once we kill Vecna.
Wait, no, what's the, all words, what is, you can still kill a revenant. You just live forever unless something kills you, right? Isn't there a difference between, like, being unable to be killed at all, immortal, or like vampires are considered immortal, but they can be killed. Like, is it that kind of a dealio?
I mean, it's at least the immortality part right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because that ghost shouldn't have been a ghost those few times back.
That's a great question.
I have the answer if you would like me to read it out loud.
Huh?
Okay. If the Revenant's original body is destroyed or otherwise unavailable, the spirit of the Revenant enters another humanoid corpse. So you could kind of just mess up the body.
Not a fan of that fate. Not a fan of that fate.
Verity's like, oh no, that's how she takes the kingdom back.
Regardless of the body the Revenant uses as a vessel, its adversary always recognizes Revenant for what it truly is.
So it could be like a decomposed, like it just goes into whatever body's closer, like someone who died in the forest or something. Like
it just says another humanoid corpse.
If no one in the world can die anymore, it's gonna have to be a corpse. You're gonna get a really good, like, refrigerated body industry going, is what I'm hearing. Go north.
If no bodies are gonna be able to be vacated in a way, unless, like, well, what was happening with the guy who's being hanged? So he actually was reaching a point of death with that hanging?
He died.
And then with the Revivify we tried?
Yes.
He came back outside as a ghost?
Yes. So basically, over the last while, Vecna's plan has been solidifying as he kind of tweaks what death means. So from this point forward, or rather, once his plan is done to fruition. So if Vecna's plan goes through, nobody dies, everyone is now a revenant, and you all live forever. And if your body dies, you just go and get a new one. Or you guys undo everything, and anyone who is already a revenant, which includes, will briefly, like, if you don't do anything, include Brillia, and already includes Cos, will die within a year.
Okay. So the logistics of this are just mind-boggling. So if someone turns into a revenant and then you kill them, and they just keep going into other bodies?
Yep.
Until a year ends under normal circumstances. Or their goal that turned them into a revenant is fulfilled normally.
So these ones won't, like, they can just go in for as long as they want because they don't have a goal, because it's everybody. The goal is to live forever.
I don't want to live forever.
This is so
okay.
Forever.
Like, this is a genius plan. It's so messed up. It's a genius plan.
Revenants are delicious, and that's why he made one of your party members into one.
Yeah.
Too bad he picked Cos and not, like, Arsene.
I get it. And I'd be like, let's all be revenants. Come on, guys.
Revenants are pretty cool.
Sliced on my sword.
Group showers for life.
A lot of people are getting some stat ups, I'm saying, if they get Revenant status. Revenant's got good stats.
Huh. Okay.
Compared to most people in the world?
Yeah.
It makes my skin crawl. I don't like it. It goes against everything. That's it. It goes against everything.
It does go against everything. I'm pretty sure that is the case. We're just going to have to stop it.
And then and then you die. And also, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with that one year, and then...
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
see... Raph tried to take it away, and it didn't work. And I doubt we can convince Vecna to take it away, so... I think that's where we're at.
Did Cost agree to this? Something.
Did we finish talking about this was the last game?
Nope, sure didn't.
No. We still have to talk?
Right. Okay.
There's a great conversation in the chat about how revenants don't have great finger controls. No one will be able to play lutes anymore.
Yep. I can't eat
That's
what
the
I cook
concern?
anymore. I don't have to eat. That's the truest tragedy right here.
That's why Brilliant. That's the real reason why Brilliant doesn't want to become a revenant. I don't have to eat. I love eating.
I love tasting food.
You can eat.
I can't
Cost
eat.
ate the cookies.
Cost
So
did
you
eat the
can.
I can't eat.
You
It's just
can.
yeah.
It's
I
not
still
the same, is it?
I still have to talk to her, but in more detail. Yep.
So let's go there. Let's say you guys
Yeah,
are.
I was
Let's
just
do
gonna
it.
say, do you
So
think
you guys are at a campfire. You're having a lovely little campfire. It's really nice and peaceful, and
let's ruin it?
You've got a whole
Yeah,
bunch
let's ruin it.
you've got a whole bunch of guards on duty, so you don't even have to be on watch. You can have your full attention turned to the matter at hand. Raph is not with you. He's back with his boyfriend. Sorry, husband. Yeah, so Arsene's here, Koss is here, and the three of you are here, and everyone else is elsewhere unless you want them in this conversation.
I kind of feel like really would like to have this conversation alone initially.
With Koss?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that
Initially,
first.
this is an important conversation.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys all plan, like, you're like, okay, once the sun sets, we're gonna meet and we're gonna talk about it. And then you
Yeah.
lock eyes with Koss, and you sneak away beforehand.
Oh, yeah. You've already, wait, did Raph tell Koss about it, or did he just tell me? No, Koss
Like,
knows.
yeah,
Okay, my brain
yeah.
is...
You're good.
Wow. Well, we are both aware of the fact that I am slowly becoming a revenant. Correct?
Yep. That's what I am, apparently.
Yes, apparently. And are we both on the same page of still giving Vecna the middle finger and destroying him, and knowing that that cuts us short?
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to for you, if we can do it quickly enough.
Raph already tried. I don't know who else would be able to.
If you haven't turned, and we change things, maybe there's a chance you'll be okay.
I don't know if we'll do it fast enough, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
If the page is that we die together, no, we're not on the same page. You're not dying. I did it once, alright? I've already had 2 lives. You haven't even got to have 1 yet. It's not happening.
The time I've had has been fine.
Fine. Your life, the entirety of your existence, has been fine.
It hasn't been just fine. It's been wonderful and perfectly amount.
And what about your brother? You're just gonna leave him out there, getting involved in whatever chaos he's involved in?
Hopefully, if we do this right, I don't know.
Then you leave him alone and angry with no one to help him? He'll just start another cult and try to take over again. He needs you.
He doesn't want to need me.
That doesn't matter, because he still does.
I didn't do it right the first time. I doubt I'll be able to do it right a second time.
She moves in close to you, and she puts her hands on your cheeks. And she looks you in the eye and says, Brillia, the world needs you.
Yes, the player's laughing, sorry.
It's never needed me.
I disagree with that statement wholeheartedly.
I'm not going to let you die. I'm not. I spent 10 years wondering if I'd ever see you again.
If I don't die, I'll spend multiple years not seeing you again either.
Doesn't mean you can't fall in love again. You're young and beautiful, and you look really good in an apron.
Okay. Look, no, I can't imagine that. I can't.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens then. There's only one way I know of to kill Vecna.
Which is how you did it the first time, right? Ish?
Yep. We just need to find my old sword. Easy, right?
Sure, I guess that's easy compared to the other stuff we've had to do so far.
I mean, Vecna
Hopefully.
hasn't found it, which isn't a great sign of how easy it is to find, but...
Okay, do we have any clue where the sword is?
Let's find out.
Any clue?
Let's find out.
Anything.
50. Statistically, we should not roll two 50% in the same game.
But this is us. And apparently this is what it...
So when you flip the coin?
See, when you laugh, when you ask Cost, it's like, come see, come saw.
Okay. So, hopefully Vecna has been on that same thought for the past 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we... Should I ask Pelor?
I mean, probably. I mean, we lost our connection to the Raven Queen, but at least Pelor is still on our side, sort of. Right?
As far as I know, I assume I can still do Sacred Flame and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, you still got your good Pelor energy.
Apparently, considering that I can still do this, holy fire in my hand. So, I guess a conversation that I don't think will be very helpful will be ensuing.
Can you use that, don't you have that dream thing? Couldn't you, like, go into Pelor's dreams? To God's dream? To God's dream of electric humans?
That's too deep. That's too deep. That's too deep.
Somebody mold Earth. We gotta get out of here.
I don't know if God's dream, We can ask.
We can ask.
We have the tea leaves.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think it would be wise if gods do dream to just knock on their dream's doorstep and show up.
I mean, I've done it, but I'm not really the normal person, so...
Oh, you've done it and it was completely fine?
I mean, no.
Okay, so we're not...
I got killed and then brought back, and then... You know how it is.
So, why don't we ask politely through the tea leaves?
If we can visit Pelor's dreams.
Apparently...
Okay, I'm game. Things I did not prep for out of character.
Yeah.
What does Pelor dream of?
Just fields of wheat. Because he's like
Maybe.
god of agriculture, isn't he? I don't know.
So much
Honestly.
wheat.
So much wheat.
Honestly, not another D&D podcast is a really good interpretation of Pelor, that he's this big, jolly Hawaiian shirt wearing Santa looking guy that he's always surfing, and like anytime you try to like divinate to him, it's like you just see like a cloud shaped like a hand just going.
That would explain a lot.
Very good.
It really would. Really
That
would.
would explain a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have a few more days before we arrive.
We do. Should we tell the others about apparently finding your sword?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And she grabs your hand as you start to walk away. She says,
Yeah.
"Are we good?"
Yes, we are. And I'm gonna kiss it right then and there.
Yeah. She gonna do like a little booty squeeze. Get that booty squeeze past the tail. You give her a little slap. She's a little playful.
Yeah.
And then your revenant girlfriend skips off.
Why do I feel like my revenant girlfriend is like a title for a webcomic?
I kind of want to read that.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a Crunchyroll original in 2 years. Just wait.
In 2
My
years.
revenant girlfriend. Yeah.
We have to copyright it now.
We have it on documentation.
There we go. Okay. So, the sun sets. Do any of the rest of you need to talk to anybody before group conversation? Or Shady and Verity haven't really been talking so much as, waking everyone in nearby tents up.
Sorry.
No disagreement. Just sorry. Sorry. Kind of stood up to my aunt. He's a prince. You know how it is.
Yeah. No, you don't? Oh.
You don't?
Peasants.
No. All right. Yeah. You were at the camp. At the fire pit. We'll say Brillia's there first because Brillia's been prepping for this conversation.
Sure, I have been.
Tabby hops out of a tree.
I'm gonna take out a iron frame to put around the fire pit to put like a hanging wok or stew pot.
Yeah.
And like you know what? It's a really
I just
good
lay
time.
out utensils for my magical apron in front of Tabby.
The utensils is a good point. I also need a butcher block, but the stumps that were cut down are very coarse.
Pulls one out.
Jesus, who is that? I don't know who Jesus is. Cat Lord Christ. That's his last name. But he's gonna start just stewing up, just like back to normal. Ha 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 ha. Nothing's bad.
Is Verity here too, I assume? Yeah.
I'm eyeballing you.
Okay. So we obviously need to deal with Vecna. And thankfully, Cost has dealt with him previously. And apparently, the way she was able to successfully do that is with her old sword, which we should probably find.
sword.
Mm-hmm.
A very special sword.
Yes.
Do
Assuming
you
he hasn't
remember
found
where
it.
you left it?
Well,
Could
I
it
sort
still
of
be there?
probably yes. I sort of died and came back. It's been a while.
No,
I died
no.
twice, actually,
No.
technically.
Lucky.
Some things just don't change, do they, Verity?
I'm kidding. It's a joke. I thought we could
Some-
laugh about it now, but no. Right? Too soon? Okay. Sorry.
It's actually birthday funny.
Thank you, Tabby. See? Somebody gets my sense of humor.
Got to have a sense of humor when, back to starting.
Okay, right. So you died, came back to life, died, came back to life. Your sword
Yeah.
is... Where did you leave it?
Leave it.
If you say in Vecna's chest...
I did not leave it in Vecna's chest. I finished the job, thank you. Where did I leave it? Was it... It's definitely on the material plane or in the Feywild. Definitely one of those two. She says, listing like the two of the three biggest places. It's definitely one of those.
Wow,
So that doesn't narrow
narrows it down.
I mean, I don't want to say that it's all my fault, but I'm just saying, like, the sword helps because it was Vecna's sword and killing him with his own sword works, and if Ariana was still here and she had the eye, that could be helpful. I think it's not all my fault.
I mean,
Oh, actually, that's a thought. Really, your brother has that eye now. He could use it.
Yes.
He could use it to control Vecna. Actually, he could probably use it to help us find the sword. Yeah. Yeah.
she met your brother.
What do you mean, have I met his... Yes, I've met her brother. He watched me be tortured.
Right,
That's
that was
not-
sarcasm.
That's not rhetorical.
Okay.
And he watched you be tortured, and we think that he's going to help us now.
Well, no.
That was my point.
I didn't mean willingly.
Oh,
Verity's like, Cuss! You old so-and-so!
right, okay. that one might work. Oh, he likes you. What if we threaten you? Oh, we could make a who does he not know? We'll get somebody to pretend to threaten you and to hand over the eyeball or to hand over the sword or cut your head off.
I think he wouldn't be concerned if my life was threatened, considering he doesn't think anyone can die.
No, he said something about how you were supposed to go back to him to the smelly place, and you were supposed to be there, and then he was supposed to give you costs, and then you were supposed to love him again, and it was all really gag-inducing. But so, I mean, he obviously still cares about you. We could leverage that. I mean, does he care about you enough to betray Vecna? One way to find out.
Also, talk to him about potentially meeting up and discussing just something in his dreams.
Yes. Yes. The other idea was to attempt to talk to Pelor.
To God's dream?
Hurt.
That was what I wanted to know. They must,
were
right?
gonna
Damon's pretty
ask.
great.
We were gonna ask. So do we have a preference to which we try first? Makes a cup of tea to ask Pelor if he dreams.
Pelor, do you dream? XOXO, Brillia.
Not even XOXO, really. It's just like what the fuck do you dream, Pelor? I need to talk to you.
I do have these
Fascinating.
psychedelic, not illegal things you can eat that may make the experience more enlightening for you.
No, thank you, Tabby.
They're in the shape of a fungus, but they're actually chocolates.
No, thank you, Tabby. I think I'm
Okay.
good.
It's just chocolate, don't worry.
Yeah, I see that.
Prestidigitate, I was gonna
So what are we gonna ask Pelor then? If he knows where we should look, or if he's willing to help?
I guess, where's the sword?
Where's the sword, Pelor?
Where's
the sword?
Where's the sword? I assume he doesn't want the material plane and all the planes to stay like this. I think that's a safe assumption.
As far as you know, they're kind of divided up. You know, Pelor and the Raven Queen are like, status quo, get those bodies back in hell. And, Vecna's like, hell's no. I mean, you up and comer.
He doesn't really have a reason to not want to tell us where the sword is or help us. He's obviously still helping-ish. And once again, Sacred Flame in hand. So, yeah. I guess ask if he dreams. And...
Sure. Do it.
Sure, I will make tea and read the tea leaves. Ask him if he dreams. Or something. Ask him if he dreams or if he can talk to me.
You get the tea leaves go like...
Nice.
I feel like Tabby knows what that means. You're like, what the hell is this? Tabby's like, well.
The leaf that's currently floating, I don't think... It doesn't match the tea. That's kind of strange. So it might be a sign it's from him. Do you want me to actually roll? Do you want me to roll to divinate?
No, I'm gonna say, let's use this mythos that you made up.
Oh, this isn't Pelor. This is like Pelor. You know, it's it's a shadow almost of himself. But not through. I'm also pulling your leg once again. Once more, Tabby strikes again. I'm sorry, this is kind of a serious discussion, but
it's okay.
Soup's almost ready.
So, was that a yes or a no in the leaves? That was a yes? Okay.
That was a yes.
Okay.
Pelor's like, yeah, babe, I dream. What's up?
Great. So I'm assuming he's a god and he will know that I'm incoming? Question mark?
Brillia incoming with Dream.
Brillia one-way, two-way chip, round trip to Pelor's dreams. Okay, I guess the next question is, who, if anyone, would like to accompany me to Pelor's dream? I can take one of you lovely people.
Scary,
no takers,
honestly.
okay.
Kind of scary.
Just.
No, I mean, I'll go.
I'll admit to a polite interest of what Pelor dreams about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too deep for me.
Okay, then. I guess we'll do that when we're ready after dinner and when we're ready to sleep.
In the meantime, Ka says, and she looks over at where Ondrea is being held. Ondrea does not look good. The purple darkness across her body has spread from her wings and is all the way kind of like across her face now.
Yeah. I'll resummon the scimitar and just kind of look at it because I haven't really had a chance to look at it since it was resummoned. And me as a player doesn't think this is possible, but Brillia's still gonna try. If she can just kind of will that necrotic energy like back into her, like control it. So that's what she's gonna try to do, like staring at her packed weapon. I don't know.
You're gonna try? Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, she just
go for it. You live, you man. I'm not here to tell you things are good or bad decisions. I'm just here to punish you.
For decision making. What type of check would you like that to be? Can I persuade the sword to behave?
I'm open to suggestions.
Can I persuade my own necrotic energy to recede from the sword?
No. Let's do Arcana.
Okay.
Does Arcana, do you have a good Arcana? I feel like no. I think all of you is shit Arcana.
It's like +1.
How are you guys all shitty at Arcana? You're a party of like a level 11 characters. How did no one?
I'm a warlock. Since when do I need to study?
You have our wizard in a bag and is all bones.
Just shaking her bit.
So the Arcana
The Arcana's in here.
My understanding of magic is the magic I have, not anything else. Okay, I guess it's Arcana.
See how it goes? Like,
Okay.
excuse me, sword.
Did you crit?
Yeah.
Well done.
So what's that? 21?
It's a 21. It's a natural 20. A lovely symbol.
21.
Lovely, beautiful symbol. These dice are just doing weird things for me the last 2 days.
Your dice are always too nice to you. That's the
I
problem.
don't know what it is.
See, the thing is, I was gonna make it 25, but I'm like, do I want? Because that's impossible for any of you to get.
You should have. That's really funny.
Okay, there you go. Ian supported my decision to stick with my original thought.
I think that's the funniest thing out
That's
of
the
reach.
funniest thing ever. Honestly, you could have bardically inspired me, Ian, and we could have done it.
I'm like drinking the soup out of the ladle, but it's like I'm really bad at it, so it's like I'm covered in soup. I'm like, huh?
It's like next week, every day you just try again. You're like, please, Mr. Sword, please.
Yep.
Tabby, help me. You're good at talking to swords.
I said, don't you assume anything. It's okay. They did not mean anything by it.
Okay, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is new. I don't particularly like that I can't control it, but, yeah, I'm just gonna not use this anymore, and I'm gonna bamf the sword into another plane as I normally do. Do we want to try to slow her process down in any way? Or attempt to?
I mean, how long until we get there? I don't think there's really going to be any way to slow it enough. Why?
You are 2 days away.
We can put
And
her in
that's
the. We can
All
freeze
the
her.
time she has left, isn't it?
We could honestly just freeze her, and hopefully that'll stop the curse, because that usually stops other things. But maybe not curses, because unless it's ice magic, I don't know the ins and outs of how freezing works with magic.
I
though,
don't
so.
use ice magic, and we know that Verity doesn't.
We do have a glove though.
And we know Verity doesn't because
And
Verity
fire.
Oh, we do
burns
have
everything.
the glove. We do
I
have the
have-
glove.
I have
I
Ellie.
forgot about the glove. Oh yes, Ellie. Ellie knows how to use ice magic.
For those of you who have been watching since season 1, Ellie
I'm
is
not
their
crazy.
is their party member who got turned into a gauntlet.
Ugh.
that I wear
Brutal.
and talk to.
But yeah, so Verity's just occasionally this, that's real.
Mhm.
Stop it, Ellie. Stop it.
I talked to my sword. You
What
talked
is
to your
Ellie
glove.
doing in there? Should I check on Ellie by doing the senses thing?
Ellie is
Hey.
kind of 50-50.
That's Ellie. Maybe can I get a bowl of soup and go talk to Ondrea? That's a bad idea.
Bad idea, but go for it.
I'm not gonna unchain her.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
No,
gonna.
Please don't. Please don't.
What's she gonna do?
Murder all of us.
Yeah, and sneak away for long
That's-
enough to become immortal.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, bowl of soup, I guess.
Okay. You get a bowl of any particular soup?
Just whatever Tabby made. Soup, stew.
Okay. Nothing special. It is.
Tabby.
Even I was just like, what?
Do you just
Oh.
take Tabby's bowl?
Oh, burn.
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
She's not really into carrots in stews. But she'll eat it. Her hunger has definitely been going down the last few weeks.
So, this is really how this is going to end.
You're the one who didn't kill me.
I mean, that's still an option, so I wouldn't say it's off the table. I mean, you're going to die either way. So.
I'll believe it when I die.
That runs in the family. Okay. I get it now. I get it. I see where we do have, there is something.
I do see it. I do
see it now. I didn't
it.
see it before. Turns out that's the one that we have in common. All right. So, it's a bit of a problem, as I'm sure you know. Really can't let you become immortal when it sort of looks like from your face that that's the clock is ticking on. And also at the same time, we also don't think that we'll be able to stop Vecna in the meantime. And I suppose I would, well, I mean, if I would ask, maybe you'd be willing to do me a favor, considering that, you know, you're going to die either way.
A favor.
A small one.
And what do you think I could do for you here? She says, gesturing at how she's chained up.
Not here. Not here. And then that's, this part probably isn't going to change since, you know, you tried to great axe me in the back to kill all my friends.
Also killed your parents.
Yes, and my brother. I am aware.
That's it, just, I'm aware.
What am I supposed to do? They're dead. Can you bring them back? No. What I want is you have a couple days until we get to Lunaris. I would like for you to admit to everyone what you did.
And what would be the benefit to me?
You gave me this option once. If you admit to the kingdom, give me my place as rightful ruler, you're still going to have to die, but we can give you an honorable burial. You won't have to be remembered by the kingdom as a traitor.
That's your deal.
The same deal that you offered me.
Yes, but I think I'm a little more important than you.
I mean, you could. Is it because your buddies with Vecna? Is that?
I mean, and I've actually done something for my people. All they know of you is you're some spoiled little brat who ran away and killed her fiancé. How many times have you died now? It doesn't seem very reliable as a ruler.
Well, fortunately, I'm growing.
Fortunately, I'm still not actually dead.
I'm dead. I am alive. I mean, I will tell the story if you don't want to. I just thought it would be better for everyone to get everything out in the open and be honest. And
I think I'd rather see this whole thing through. See if you even manage to make anything meaningful happen.
Did I do something to I'm assuming this is
you were
just...
born is
Right.
what you did to me.
Okay. Right. So I suppose it's a no deal.
She spits at your feet.
Okay. Right, well, can't say I didn't try.
Arsene, get my guillotine.
Arsene, we're chopping her head off.
No fire? What?
Yes, dear.
I got it. It's heavy. Okay. whole of our conversation was very lovely.
Thank you. You're a classy woman, Ondrea.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was lovely. Right. I'll leave. She's mean. I know it was a bad idea.
I mean, you wrote her into your backstory. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're like, oh, my aunt chopped off my wings and stole my kingdom.
Yeah. I did kill somebody. Originally, when I wrote it, it did sound a lot more like a legitimate option. Things have happened since then.
It seemed more legitimate before you found out she murdered the rest of your family.
Yeah. Didn't know that one.
Yeah, and then once you found out, it was sort of like, okay, maybe not.
Not great. I was like, that's not a bad deal. Okay, fine. Be like that, Ondrea. Whatever. Okay, that was all. I just wanted to try.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to kill her. I'm gonna have to kill her. Yeah, I know.
Our son puts a hand on your shoulder and says, do we know what killing her will do? Should we kill her before she,
I think that's supposed to be the point, that she doesn't become immortal, because what's worse than a current Ondrea is living forever Ondrea. So
that's a good point. I guess we don't lose anything by trying to kill her, right? He pulls out a rapier. Shall we?
Yeah. I like your enthusiasm. You haven't really killed anybody yet, have you, though?
I've killed people.
Have you?
It's been 10 years. I've killed 4 people. He says proudly.
Don't sweet pea.
It's been 11 years since you saw me. I killed 4 people.
4.
Brillia's like, I killed 4 people for breakfast.
I'm not happy about it. Also, insight check on our side. I'm kidding.
Actually, let's see. He's lying. It's not 4. He inflated his count like every man. Ian's just like, come on, man.
Brilliant's like,
if I didn't know enough men, I'd be like, hey, that sounds wrong. Nuh-uh. Not all men. Fuck that shit.
Mostly.
But yeah, no, that's a very common thing.
Really?
I'd say not all men, but
to hear that the number's lower.
But yeah.
okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Were we talking about people I killed since you died? Oh well then. No, I'm kidding. He hasn't slept around.
Oh no! What? How did? Okay.
He's only maimed 4 people.
4 people died after he attacked them. One of them died of like a disease like 4 months later, but he's counting it.
I made that infection happen. Which also is
my infection.
But...
Counting it, it's mine. Okay, right. Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't really see the point of keeping her around, honestly. She's not much of a bargaining tool. She's already been contaminated. She is not willing to help me. I mean, I should have really seen that one coming. And she's eating up part of our food. So
that's really not an issue. Because, we're rich. Remember how we own 2 kingdoms, sort of?
I'm just saying.
I mean, technically we're both second-born, so we only... You know what I mean. We get to have fun.
Well, yeah, okay, right. Okay. Okay, but all the other reasons?
She's mean.
Oh, that one too.
She made me touch her feathers.
She didn't make you do that. She didn't, grab your hand.
Evil seagull woman.
Okay. I mean, why are we keeping her alive? Is my question. I have 100 reasons why we should kill her. I see no reasons why.
You don't need to convince me. Rapier out. Do you want 2 rapiers? You can pick.
I like them both. Okay. It's only that I think if we leave it to last minute, we might run out of time, and
She might not die.
yeah, that's the one. And then she's a bigger problem than she is right now.
Well, I mean, you decapitated my mother. Do you want to decapitate her and put her on a stake?
I didn't. I did that. She was already dead when I. Okay, she was already dead when I did that.
Because
Okay.
you killed her. Yeah, I remember. I was there.
I didn't. She fell off
Is
a
this
building.
the gravity argument again? You pushed her off a building and she smacked.
She fell over Penny when she was trying to murder us. That's something totally different.
Didn't you yank her off?
I didn't yank her. She was over the edge and I was holding on to her, and then she was being really mean to me. And so I went over with her, and then we both fell, except I
Landed on her. I remember.
No, and then Ellie grabbed me and she look. Okay, I didn't.
I'm saying, as the future ruler, is there something you need to do to present that the last ruler is dead?
Like her head, her axe. Do
That's
I need
what
to?
I'm
I don't want to.
asking.
I don't want to carry her head around.
Well, who does? This is the price we pay for being nobles. I'm
This
kidding.
is it.
I'm kidding. You don't have to carry your head around.
This
You
is the
could
price.
you could just do the axe. That would probably be a good enough sign.
Right. Yeah. I mean, chances are she just. I mean, she'd fancy mouth me to me, but I mean, she'd do it to more of the kingdom. Okay. All right. First thing in the morning. Right. Yeah.
Nice breakfast. Okay. Good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
breakfast. Murder your aunt.
Boom,
Boom,
see
boom,
what
boom.
Pelor dreams about. Breakfast, and then right. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. God, I could go
Right.
for some quail eggs, he says as he wanders off.
Yes.
What?
Okay. 11 years. All right. Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right.
Four
Okay.
people.
People, you're lying. It's not 4. What is it? No, come on. That seems more believable. I know. I'm still proud of you. I'm still proud of you.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I always could kill someone. I just didn't.
No, I get it. You don't have to be the stabby one. I'm the stabby one.
Yeah, and the fire one.
Yeah, that one too.
I mean, the hardest part of killing someone is figuring out which rapier to use.
Face that.
Our son's stand-up comedy routine.
Boom, boom.
Which one of your +3 rapiers to use in battle? No?
Which is
No?
why he's not a bard.
Am I not relatable? Why am I not relatable? Alright, so you guys head back to the fire. Let the others know your plan.
Yeah.
Oh, so we are gonna do the killing.
Okay.
Oh.
Are we going to make sure to bury her in Lunaris, or are we?
No.
No. Okay.
That
I'm
might be fun.
still concerned, even if she does actually die, just leaving her body to be found somewhere in the woods and potentially brought back again.
Oh no, it's gonna burn it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
fine. Obviously, you were going to burn it.
Okay.
Obviously it's gonna burn.
That fixes
like you don't
that
even know
issue,
me.
doesn't it? No, I
Yeah.
was just okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's not willing to cooperate. There's really no reason to have her around. The longer we keep her alive, the more likely she is to betray us,
Do you
stab one of
think-
us.
Do you think with Brillia speaking to our funnel surfy farm boy Pelor in his dream, that well before I actually ask that even, do we have any way to banish her spirit? Like, could we kill her, revivify, get the soul out, and banish the ghost? maybe if we have a way to
Yeah.
banish, then we can get Pelor to oversee this and navigate these souls somewhere specific, or navigate the spirit itself. I know that there's the whole Vecna not allowing things to go naturally, so this is kind of by force. Maybe a backdoor.
And I don't want to stuck in the Shadowfell or Veril is.
Everybody good's in the Shadowfell. Our son's mom is in the Shadowfell. All the cool people are in the Shadowfell.
It would be funny to see them two fight.
All I can do is
Andrea.
Bitch fight, bitch fight, bitch fight!
I think
The
that
Shadowfell's so much more lively now.
I think that would be more of a question for the Raven Queen, wouldn't it?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure that Pelor and the Raven Queen are on better terms now than ever. So maybe if Pelor gets word, then Raven Queen also. Two birds, one stone. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Two ravens?
I do
Two
get
birds,
it.
one soul.
I do get it. Okay, so we're asking where the sword is.
Mhm.
Can you shuttle this soul away?
Mm-hmm.
And what else can we do to stop Vecna?
What
Yep.
can Pelor do to help us stop Vecna?
Yep. That as well. Okay.
Good. Okay, so got a list of questions. You ready, Brillia? You doing this?
Yes, yep. Let's go to sleep.
Still have a way to banish, yeah? That's a thing that we still have?
I don't. That was Lenore.
I don't either.
All I can do is bring back to life-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like a
That's-
Final Fantasy game where if you like heal an undead, it does damage.
Wasn't it older editions where if you cast like Cure Wounds on a undead creature, it damages it? I think that's a thing that happened in older editions too. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
I think so. But could be wrong.
Yeah, but you guys can go to bed. I do want to go and chat around with a few of the others in the Lunaris squads. So.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
All right, Brillia and Verity, you're gonna go dreamwalking.
Mm.
All right, Tabby, who did you want to go talk to?
So we know that Karis and Gideon are still alive. Sarita's still here. I don't know if the others have left to go back to Lunaris yet. I know that Sarita was still here, but who else is around besides Sarita?
That you know?
At least for like those three faces. I don't know if it's just Sarita currently.
Yeah, Sarita's here, and then you also have Karis is around still.
Mm-hmm. All right, I want to try to go find either, if not both of them, if they're within earshot of each other or nearby.
Sure. They're gonna be. Oh, and you know who else is there? Rue is there, who was Ondrea's like head of like internal affairs sort of thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So she's there as well. So let's see which of them you find first. You notice Rue first.
All right. So I'll approach Rue because I don't really know Rue well enough, and I didn't really have much of a background. But I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah, I think. Were you there when they went to the like you had that really awkward dinner before Sen got kidnapped? No. Are you sure? Didn't you guys show up to save Verity and then found out that she was there willingly?
I don't think that was us.
That was before us.
There was no before you guys. Anyway.
That's a little much.
Tabby's like,
Can't
no,
rewrite history.
I don't know.
This is a
Shake your hair a bit,
I-
and you can rewrite
I
time.
was still a barmaid, just living my life happily, not cursed to become a revenant. It was lovely.
Life was good. Okay, yeah. So Rue is a half elf woman, and she is very, very proper, like hair tied back into like a tight bun. She's got like a clipboard and one of those like really expensive quills that like has ink that automatically comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 100 gold or something ridiculous.
It's insane. I've only heard from from Mr. Bick, the guy who travels around to sell these pens to people. No, I'm gonna approach her as not bombastically as possible. Um, I'm just gonna say, excuse me, are you Rue?
Yes, oh, you are one of the, princess's friends?
That's a good way to put it. Yes, Paddy, at your service.
Yes. We haven't seen many of your people for quite some time.
There's good reasons for that, but that's a story for another day.
She nods,
Or-
like she knows.
Yeah.
She's, yeah.
I'm actually more curious on where you stand on what's currently happening, because I know that I'm with Princess Verity, but I know that these type of situations can be pretty tough to stomach and stuff, and kind of rough to really go through. And you seem like you've been more tidy with planning. I mean, you have the clipboard, you have the really fancy pen, and actually I used to never see those around. When did you get that?
I had it enchanted
You had the
when I got my last promotion.
Was it the gift?
Lady Ondrea did not give gifts.
That is an absolute shame. You'd think that somebody in that power, with that much control, would be able to, support her people like that. But I guess not. So, my purpose of approaching and coming to greet is more so just to understand anything that may end badly for either side, because I know that we don't want to fight. No one wants to fight here, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and we're not looking to start anything worse than it already has been. We're trying to really do everything we can to keep the bloodshed down to a minimum.
You want
At
to
least
know
I
if
am.
I'm loyal to Ondrea?
Yeah, it's something that people normally wouldn't just directly ask, but I mean, you learned your position in her ranks.
Time is of the essence, I understand. I am loyal to the Lunaris throne. I have served Lady Verity's parents before her, and I assume Lady Ondrea, and one day I will serve her. So long as one of her, I don't know, what's your family name again? It's just Lunaris.
Arabelle?
Yes, so long as the Theravels are on the throne, I am pleased to serve.
They're gonna be Carrot Cat now.
What if they weren't Theravels?
What if they weren't Theravels though? What if they were Carrot? Does that count?
Is it worth rolling an insight here, or is she being like outwardly straightforward that I would know of?
She seems pretty by the books.
Well, I'm glad to see that the loyalty is not to the person, but to the name and the symbol itself.
Of course.
I'm gonna try to outwardly show actual relief. So if I can roll persuasion, that just so I can persuade her that I'm actually more pleased than I really am to hear that.
Okay.
Just so she gets the air that this is a very important thing, and I think it's for the best. I'm trying to come out everything's good because of this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying.
You're I would kill you one way or the other, but I'm gonna play it I'm really happy you're on our side.
I don't even have my sword on me. That's how.
You don't need a sword to kill.
Take off the caps and put them in my pockets.
Unless you have those little kitty claws. What do they call those?
The kitty caps or the claw caps?
Yeah, the caps.
Mm-hmm. That is a 22.
She tucks her clipboard to her side and says, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. I've been preparing some paperwork for Verity once we return. Do tell me, do you think she would respond well to more formal documentation or perhaps a personal briefing every day?
I know that she's a bit of a bombastic character, and I think having the right people around her to take these messages for her as well would be a good idea, because there's a lot going on between these two nations here, both Lunaris and Caracat. So there's a lot to keep track of between the two, because so far,
Bombastic. She pulls out her thing. Bombastic. And who do you think would be best to deliver these messages then? Perhaps magicians? Jugglers?
Maybe not anything so entertaining, but something that's
Fire
more
eaters.
concise. Something that's more to the point. And maybe it would be able to filter anything that may not be too important, or anything that's up to a certain scale, like having
an executive summary then. Point form, of course.
Well, I will say I'm very glad to see that there's someone of such high caliber in the court of Lunaris. So that's a huge boon, actually, I think, to the future and the success of the nation. So I'm actually very excited to see it for the first time. But how do you think that the people are going to react when we march in there?
I believe you will have two groups. You will have the Thorns, her loyal guard, who enjoyed the expansion and the privileges given to them by their previous ruler. And the common people, I think, will respond quite well to having the Theravel back. They always imagined Ondrea a bit of a temporary measure, and in spite of Lady Verity's constant disappearances, the fact that she keeps returning leaves many speaking of her.
It's almost like folklore, you know?
Exactly. She's become something of a folk hero to the people. As I said, the military is where you're going to have your troubles. Perhaps if there was some way for her to show her mettle, as it were.
Hey, I mean, she's been tried to be killed more than once, and she's still here, so...
Yes, well, we certainly won't be letting her die when she's in the capital.
Something in my head goes, oh shit, wait, what, really? What if she wants to? Oh no.
She's gonna hate that.
Wait a minute. Part of the deal of being ruler is you can't die?
There has to be lineage. So Rue, what do the soldiers here? Are they all for Verity taking control at this point? 'Cause, I mean, they saw what happened in the battle, I'm sure. So.
Yes, well, you're lucky enough to have Sarita here, and she can convince anyone to do anything. But once we get beyond the number of troops we have working with us right now, once everyone's gone home and had time to speak to each other, that's when I believe we'll have a little bit of a difficulty. They will obey for the time.
Okay. You know, I that's my big worry, is that there will be an uprising from within. But if we can have, to put it in a little bit of a convoluted way, have from within the within quell that uprising. So maybe could you talk to Sarita to really drive home that this is for the best, that this is the natural cause of things in families with turmoil, and
Of course.
And once the soldiers here are able to talk to the ones back in Lunaris, maybe we can really drop those numbers of soldiers down from most to less.
Perhaps I will encourage her to be more verbose in her storytelling of what happened on the battlefield. In fact, your skills might be beneficial if you were willing to spread some tales about what happened on the battlefield. Maybe spreading a little bit more of exactly what Verity did and what makes her a noble and skilled warrior queen.
I stand up straight, kind of like fix my collar a little bit, and it's not even a collar that's like supposed to be neat and tidy. But I go, I was fighting alongside her, so I mean that's quite easy. I do have quite a knack for tails. My tail comes around the corner and just pats me on the shoulder, and like, goes back down.
Okay, so is that what you're gonna spend the night doing? Like going over to people like who are playing card games and stuff, and just Being like, man, did you see that Verity?
I mean, we'd be dead without her. Oh my goodness. And for Ondrea to say such awful things and to threaten Verity's life more than one time like this, just to take the throne. I'm spreading truths as well as like making the battle seem a little bit more big and important. I mean, it's pretty important nonetheless. Yeah, I'm telling these. Would it be performance you want me to roll for that? Because I definitely want to roll.
Yeah. You can do a persuasion if you're telling stories, or you could do a performance if you're doing like a song, or if you're like reenacting part of the battle.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna be reenacting the battle as
Okay.
well as like I'll be like going back and forth between like, and that's when Ondrea with her axe was swiping down saying, I knew I should have made sure you were dead when I tried to kill you that first time, and then swung back. I'm gonna do stuff like that. So I'm gonna
I'm using silent image to like do like little like figures that fight with him.
So like
I'm adding
you
to
do
the theater.
the ghost of her turning and betraying Verity. When she's
like I'm
agreed
adding
for
to
peace.
the effect as Tabby does this. Like I'm sitting in the corner, like casting silent image multiple times.
Roll with advantage then.
Oh, thank God! I'm gonna and just the flavor of it. I'm gonna be like putting prestidigitation on like weapons and all that to make them like.
Nope,
spark.
I was like, wait, this is an important roll.
This is so good. Advantage. So performance. 32.
Yes. Great ass performance right there.
That first die I rolled was a 2.
Oh shit!
Second
I'm
one
so
added a 0 to
happy
the
right
end of it.
now.
Yeah, you make your way around to various little areas where people are camped out for the night, and several of them are like full on, like you're convinced that you have swayed them entirely onto it. I would say probably about a third of them are still like sort of like hesitant. They definitely like love your stories.
Yeah.
But you can still see them whispering to each other. But 2/3 of the group are just now kind of like, hells yeah! That's our Empress! Yeah!
And I'm gonna try to wrap up
You
each
should
of those.
see her in a
being
crown.
Yeah, no, you should see Verity when she's all dolled up to be in the royal garb. It's I've only seen the caricature side of things. I couldn't imagine the contrast in styles over in Lunaris. That's remarkable.
Carrick has nothing on us. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
They're so bland there. They basically live in a desert.
I lean over and say, I've never been a fan of these fucking humans, but I mean, hey, they've gotten better. They've gotten better.
I mean, this one's alright, I guess. I mean, he's a little dorky. Are you sure he's the future? At least he's not going to be on the throne, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, you see those scars on his face?
Yeah. Oh, you slashed the. Oh, fuck, man, that's so fucking cool.
And this is before he had any sort of like grain of toughness. He was just there, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a human. I did this thing. I'm a prince." And I was like, my name is Molten Scoria. Your father killed my father. Prepare to die." And I swiped at his face.
Oh man, you gave the future king a. Damn, man, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, and look at us now. We're friends. And I say, "Hey, Alison," and I wave to him.
He like looks at you and he's like, "Hi."
See, he can still smile at me with such candor.
Yeah, he's got a lot of swords. Does he fight a lot? Do you think he'd do a duel?
I'm not gonna answer that with any words. It may be funny to watch, though. I'm not gonna challenge him. But...
All right. Awesome. So, yeah. So Verity, Tabby made his way around and convinced about 2/3 of the men who are here that you are the rightful ruler and that Ondrea was a conniving bitch and has caused you a little bit less insurrection when you get back to the capital. Meanwhile, Brillia finishes helping and runs away to bed. And shall we dream?
I guess, yeah. Verity's coming with me.
Okay. Do you guys have to like hold
Let's do
hands or
it.
something?
Crying
Yeah, we have
buddies.
to hold hands.
Aww. So you go curl up in like her and our son's tent, and he's just like, "What about me?" And you like close it up on him, and he's like, "Oh, Tabby, I got kicked out. Tabby."
He gets to hang out with Kaz again.
Well, that's true.
I got more soup.
Actually, Koss and our son are buddies, actually, so that makes more sense. They like hang out and talk about how cool their girlfriends are. Our girlfriends are going on a spirit trip together. Fucking sucks. Wish I was on a spirit journey.
Girls' night, Verity, into a god's dream. Just a normal girls' night.
Girls' night. Okay.
I talk about my ex, and that's like.
So Brillia and Verity, you enter the dream world of Pelor, the god of agriculture and the sun. Ian, would you like to set the scene of where he is?
Oh, gladly. So, the initial dream would start off as like a camera shot descending from a bright blue sky with clouds, slowly fading down. There's snow-capped mountains in the distance, and you see at the base of those mountains, it's quite hilly. There's a nice dirt road winding down between each hill, and you can see it come through. And it's relatively busy. You can see maybe 4 or 5 wooden carts with various supplies in the back. Kind of, you don't really see exactly what the supplies are, but it doesn't look like it's normal like barrels of fruit or any sort of provisions. And it's everybody going towards where the camera shot is coming from. And as the camera dips down further, you see that the grass line turns into more of a let's say a taller, shaggier grass, and it's a little bit sandier. And you see, as Pelor colloquially call it, beach wheat being grown and cultivated by a relatively broad-shouldered, not too tall, but pretty like proud-looking, jollier, chubbier man, shirtless, wearing a floral bathing suit, just with a scythe that's going back and forth, getting all these big things of beach wheat, getting them and bringing them over to his cottage grinding stone to make down and mill into grain. And you see the camera pan into the cabin where you'll be sitting there in front of on a couch next to Verity, and you see this big open window. You see these crashing giant waves, cascading rocks that look maybe volcanic even in nature, jetting out from the ocean, with a slight cliffside over to the right of your view. And you can see at this point the tall man walk across in front of the window and open the door and greet you both.
Yeah, he sees Brillia and brightens up, and he reaches down and picks you up and gives you like all those big squeezes. He's like, "Hey, Brillia, there's my champion."
Oh, hi. Lovely to see you. I guess this is the second time. Yeah,
he's being moderate in his squeeze. You're all right. Hey, and you brought this one with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't burn my wheat.
Hi.
The best introduction to a country.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
What are you guys doing here? Well, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen you. How's Koss doing?
Could be better.
What trouble she getting into this time? She die again? This is the problem with these heroes of men, you know what I mean? Like, just die, want a new body, die, get a new body.
No.
Are you here for a new body? I see you've got a little, TikTok.
Yeah, we were wondering about that, but that's not the main reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just figured that, we could use a little bit more help dealing with Vecna.
Don't get me started on that guy.
See, exactly. And we figured the first step in that was knowing maybe if you know, which I assume you would, where Koss's old sword was.
Oh, you want this? Oh, that's good. That's good. So you're gonna take out Vecna.
Yeah, we don't have another choice unless you have another plan. Or...
I mean, good fucking luck. That guy's hard to kill.
Great vote of confidence, Pelor. Great.
I don't know what to tell you. He's a fucking lich. He's one of these, like, I started as a human and I worked my way up to being a god. Some of us were born into it, alright? And there's a certain amount of dignity the position requires. You know? He looks at Verity like, come on, you know. Born into royalty, right?
As he's wearing floral
Yes.
beach shirts and shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, if you want the sword, yeah, I can help you find that. I mean, it's probably with it's with Costa's old corpse, right?
Oh.
I mean,
Which
she died
is-
holding it, so I assume it's still there.
Okay, that's good. Safe bet. Yeah. That's great. Second thing.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you've been kind of paying attention. Maybe not. I don't know what you're doing in your spare time.
I've been watching some reruns of like the 600s. You know, I don't know. It's just kind of comfort food. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can catch up though. I mean, I can binge. You know.
I would definitely recommend, considering how calm you are right now, for you to catch up.
Brillia, listen, look, I know this is your first time around the whole, you know, right? Like, all this stuff repeats, you know? Vecna, he just does this sometimes, you know? Raven Queen and I, we don't really get along, but we're both kind of like, oh, you know, status quo. So, you know, here we go, right? He'll do it again. He gets up to things like this. It's fine.
It's just fine.
Well,
And he keeps
I mean, it's not fine. I mean, I prefer
He
he
just keeps
didn't.
doing
But, like,
this.
at worst, he gets power for what? Dozen generations? Nothing. We'll knock him down sooner or later if you guys don't.
Only a dozen generations. That's so little, apparently. Good to know that, you care about some of your followers so much, Pelor. Really is mad.
Are you mad? Oh, here, you know what? I've been an awful host. Hang on, let me get you guys some barley beer. Hang on, do you guys like ginger or, I have some cranberry downstairs. Hang on, we'll get you some cranberry. And he, like, leaves.
What the fuck was that?
Really is full on doing the golden flame eyes, because the second he leaves, she's just pissed right now. Just full on, just pissed. Yep. See, this is why I said I work with a god. I don't worship. Because of this. Okay. I admit, he did not look like this last time when I made an agreement. Just saying. Just saying. Okay.
It's like he comes back from downstairs. It's like, you know, his first date it's his profile picture versus first date.
Versus first date.
He comes upstairs and he's got 2 giant mugs of like a nice frothy looking beer. And he offers them to both of you.
Verity takes both of them, I assume, because she knows I don't drink.
Come on, it's a dream. It's not really alcoholic. Have some fun. I wouldn't be letting her drink if it wasn't a dream. Drink.
Roll for Pelor to see if he convinces Brillia to drink.
He rolled an 18. Plus he's
Brillia
a god, so...
Brillia will take a couple sips.
It is fucking amazing. It is the best beer you've ever had in your life. Like, it's everything. It's like ambrosia style. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Like, in your head, Brillia, you're like, I bet I can make cookies with this flavor profile.
I didn't want to like it either, but It's really good.
Your glasses will keep refilling themselves because clearly he didn't actually need to go anywhere because he's a fucking god, but whatever.
Nice.
Great. Alright. So, you want to know where the sword is? I got you. We'll help you out.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you guys fail, we got you.
Could you get us maybe now, like have her back a little earlier before we fail?
That is an option.
I feel like that might be a lot less lives that get hurt and turned into revenants. As I point down to my stomach scar, like.
Well, what do you want? What do you want? Like, how can I help you? My most devoted follower.
Brillia's not laughing.
Roll to keep a straight face, Brillia. Roll to keep a straight face.
What am I rolling? Performance or deception? Deception. Okay.
It's a 1 or a 20. 21.
It's not. It's a 15.
Okay.
It's a 15.
Alright.
It's a 15.
Total?
Total. It's not great.
He's gonna let it go because, you know,
It's not great.
He wants to believe you. He wants to believe you. He says,
yeah. He totally couldn't feel the fact that my eyes got full of divine rage that's powered by him earlier.
You alright, Brillia?
Yeah, I'm completely fine.
You seem to have a little bit of a reaction there.
I did. I think I'm just not going to lie. Just a smidgen hoping that little weighing and considering your godly choices, but you know, I'm not a god. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
okay.
You shouldn't be.
I shouldn't be. I'm sure. I'll stop right now.
He takes back the mug of beer. He's gonna. You're like, oh. That's your punishment.
I didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, you get to keep it. You and him are still drinking.
Yay! Sorry.
Really, is just a little sad now. You can't help but feel a little sad.
Just can't help it.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, would you rather me just try to lie about that anyway? So,
lie. I'm a good aligned god, Brillia.
Exactly.
Haven't you read my wiki articles? I'm lawful good, Brillia.
I am aware of your good tendencies. That's why I'm saying I would assume you.
They're not called tendencies. It's called an alignment. All right. You're aware of my alignment tendencies.
I am aware of your core beliefs to be good.
That's right.
Okay, and as I said, that's why I said I would rather not lie to you, and I was as forthright as I was in that moment. Anyway.
So, fine, you come here, you insult me, don't like my beer. Maybe she should be my... You looking to be a chosen one?
Oh, God,
You
no.
want to get chosen
I'm just
by
looking
Taylor?
at Brillia, just don't do it.
You want to get chosen by Taylor?
Don't do it, baby.
No, gods and I, we don't.
Yeah, you're really more on that, yeah, we're not really the same alignment, I get what you're saying here.
Yeah.
You probably worship yourself, am I right?
Anyway,
Would do
Taylor.
that.
Anyway, so you asked what would be of help? I guess what's on the table with your...
Well, I don't usually, do that much. I mean, I gave you guys, kind of a ton of power. I thought you guys could handle it yourselves, but,
apparently...
No, you need Daddy's help. I get it. You need the big man to step out into the sun.
Yes, I do.
He needs Daddy's help.
Please, Daddy, step into the sun.
Please, son,
She does
Daddy.
have daddy issues.
Can I get drunk in a dream?
How you
Do
doing?
anything in a dream.
Brillia wishes she was drunk now. She's low-key wishing it.
You need Daddy Pelor's help. Huh? Huh? You want me to
Come on,
spread my
Daddy Pelor.
goodness?
I did not think that God worshipping was like this.
He winks at you.
Yeah.
It's pretty arousing.
Damn it. It's the beer.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you already imbibed his dream sense.
I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Okay. Yeah, so I asked what's on the table.
Well, like I said, I already gave you some powers. Do you guys want more power?
I think that would be helpful considering that even with that power, Vecna managed to put us out of commission for 11 years.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think
alright, well, how about you guys have a level? Level? Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That I'm not sure what a level means, but
You know, sorry, the gods and I, we have this game we play where we, like, have human mortals and we, like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Can I insight check him?
To see if it's true?
You just called us a game.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
I'm insight checking a god. Because that's what I do now. That'll be a 26 because I rolled an actual 19 because
Okay.
my dice love me apparently.
The answer is that he, like many gods, view the existence of mortals as a little bit of a fun game, you know, like in like the Trojan War and stuff. Everyone's got their champions, and you kind of play them against each other and see where they end up. You know what I mean? Like it's a reason he's not as invested in this generation of humans as others. If you live forever, you know.
I'm picturing there's a bookshelf next to the table that's like in front of everybody, and you'll see a bunch of books on it, and like the bottom section's like blocked by a few things, but you see like the corner of a book that reads like that, and you're like,
There's one character sheet on the side that's causes.
Yeah, the props department had fun.
scribbled out and then a new one.
There's a couple versions of it. Yeah, like one that's ripped on the floor.
Yeah, there's different versions of existence. It's like the Big Bang version 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh man, remember version 1? Oh man. Instead of the monster manual, it's like the sentient creature manual.
The husband catalog.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, he gives you guys a level. And he'll let you know where Costa's sword is. Did you have any other specific request from him?
I just have one more question. As you figured out, apparently it's impossible to die. Is there a way we could ferry that along for a specific soul before we deal with Vecna?
You want to break the rules? Shit, what do you want to break the rules for?
To bring peace to an entire kingdom?
Oh, you want to kill Ondrea, like actually kill Ondrea.
I think that's where we're heading.
That's exactly where we're heading.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys are just mixing it up here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really my jam. Don't you guys have that Chosen of the Raven Queen? Didn't you ask her?
She's a little occupied. The Raven
Oh,
Queen whisked
God.
her away.
She's been such a bitch about this whole thing. She's like, I need to bring back my champions. It's like, are you kidding me? You have no souls to deal with. What are you talking about? You're not busy. Whatever.
Okay, so there's nothing that can be
yes.
done, or like I
mean, you
understand
guys
that's
can
not-
kill her.
Will she actually die?
Well, it depends how you kill her.
What would you suggest?
I mean, you don't want her. You don't want that soul floating around. I mean, there's
No.
some vulnerable entities nearby, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay,
So,
so what do we do to stop the soul from floating around?
Well, you could banish her. You're right about that one.
Could you give me the ability to do that?
I just gave you a level. What else do you want?
Banish.
You want me to let you banish someone one time? I don't banish people. I'm just saying you could. That's not my wheelhouse, alright? You want to bring someone back from the dead? Cool. You want to glow like a fucking sun? That's me. You want to make some badass wheat cranberry beer? That's me, baby.
I would argue that if you stare long enough at the sun, you're gonna want to look away and run the fuck away. So maybe that can be our form of banishment? Can I persuade the god?
he's like chewing on his beer like,
I did not think I was gonna be negotiating with a god today.
Alright. You gotta give me something, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna break the rules for you, I gotta have some reason I broke the rules, right?
Okay.
Little give and take, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What you got? Lay it on me.
What do you think I have at this point? You said it yourself, you're a god.
Yeah, that's true.
So explain to me, what do I have in my possession?
Well, it's not so much what you possess, so much as who you are, you know what I mean?
Okay, what are you implying?
Well, it'd just be nice if you were a little bit more appreciative of everything I'd done for you and your lady love, you know?
Pelor.
It's not you, it's me.
That's I am appreciative. I'm sorry it doesn't come off that way. I'm aware that without your influence and power, that
Divine intervention.
And divine intervention, Sorry, me as a player is dying.
Verity wants to help you.
I would still be back at the house. Koss may or may not be permadead. I would have not met one of my best friends, Verity, and Lenore and Tabby. So, thank you, Pelor, even though I struggle to show it sometimes, considering this current circumstances.
You know what? That's what I like. I just like to hear stuff like that more often. How about this? Every time you use my power, you just say thank you. That's it.
Have I not been doing that?
No, like actually out loud. Just be like, thanks, Pelor. That was really cool that you only threw up that wall of light and cut those guys in half.
Okay.
And if you don't, I'll take away your powers. Cheers!
Okay then, Pelor, I'll make sure to thank you. Very well.
That's manners. All right. Do you want me to just throw you by the sword now? Should I just chuck you guys in there, or do you guys have stuff to do?
Where do you want to throw us?
Oh,
by the sword?
Yeah. It's underground somewhere. There's lava.
Oh, okay.
Do you just want to be there, or you guys want to go back and make your way there, or whatever? I can give you a map.
I think we'll take the map.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to leave. We have other things that we have to tie up. But back to the banishment. Do I get that?
If you promise to always say thank you, Mr. Pelor,
yes,
then you can have one use of banishment.
Okay.
There's my girl. You should smile more. You're pretty when you smile.
Thank you, Pelor.
Starts chugging.
Wait a second. I think Pelor's gonna drive Brillia to drink in real life. He is. He successfully did. When we get back, he's gonna drink.
Gonna have a beer. That's my god, y'all. All right. Well, you know what? It's been fun. Good to have you here, Verity. See you in a while. You know what I mean? Like, what about, 17 years? Yeah, see you then.
I die in 17 years.
Bye! And all of a sudden you're knocked out of the dream. And you're back in your beds. Brillia, when you lift your head off the pillow, you see that the pillow has a map now that looks like it's almost been, like, screen printed on it. And there's, like, a little dot that moves that shows who you are. You are here. Pelor's chosen is here. It's a little sun.
Yeah. Thank you for coming with me for that. I don't think I would have been able to do that alone.
Yeah, you wanted to punch him, didn't you?
So badly.
Yeah.
I think this is the only time you're gonna hear me say this. Let's go get a drink. Let's just.
Ooh, yes.
Yes. Yep.
It's not going to be as good as that one, was it?
We can make it taste like that.
I was going to say, do you think if we explain it to Tabby, Tabby could make it?
Between Tabby and I, we can try.
Yeah.
Or we can do it by magical meat. I had to thank him for it, but.
He's from Daddy.
Oh, good.
I request that everyone in the chat and also the other players remind me that if Brillia uses a spell and doesn't thank him, that the next time she tries to use a spell, it doesn't work.
Oh,
it's like
no.
Uno.
And
or
then
you have to make
yeah, and then if she does do it, then it works again.
Okay, I have a question then, Melissa. If we're gonna implement this mechanic, is it when I cast the spell initially or when I re-up it every time?
When you cast it. If you're concentrating or maintaining a spell, you're fine.
Okay.
It sounds like a verbal component, so
Yeah, I have a new verbal component for everything, apparently.
Yeah.
hopefully no one casts silence over you.
Shit! You could just do this, that's fine too. Pelor!
I can just do this, that counts?
Yeah.
That counts?
Throw up the horns.
Officially? Okay.
If you're in a zone of silence.
Oh, if I'm in the zone of silence.
I'm outside
Okay,
cooking right now.
let's go drink. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounded like some kind of evil monster rising up from the depths there. Everyone hear that?
Like a robot.
Yeah. Someone's got a transformer coming after them.
No, I think it's my house. I don't know what it's doing though. I'm sorry.
Your house is rising up to kill you. That's what's happening.
Well, I'm selling out the human race
thanking
hard.
Pelor.
So.
Yeah. And if you say
So you
thank
know.
you, Daddy Pelor, then you get 2 free uses.
Ugh.
Of the banishment?
Just like you don't have to if you forget.
Okay.
That's your special apology.
Okay.
Gross.
It's so gross.
Yep.
And
And
All
let
right.
the dogs though.
You guys go to find some booze. It's getting to be early. Tabby has been roughhousing and telling stories and stuff all night. And is looking a little drunk, I imagine, because everyone's
I mean, a
buying
little
drinks.
bit. I'm trying. I have a very messy like cooking spot where I'm trying to cook whoever's awake eggs and bacon, but the egg yolks keep like popping, and all the bacon is either being overcooked or undercooked, and it's a long night. I'm doing my best. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So Tabby, you spot Verity and Brillia looking a little like they have not slept all night.
How is Papa P?
I'm just grabbing a thing of something to drink and just drinking it right in
not
front of
water.
Tabby.
There's a good reason for doing that though.
Alright, then he turns around and grabs a tall tank.
Yeah, Brillia's never been game before. Koss looks at you like, what are you doing?
And I Koss, come on,
I'm
come
just
on,
gonna
come on,
point
come on.
at the sun. I'm just
Wait,
gonna point at the
wait.
sun.
There's no sun. It's the middle of the night. The sun isn't. Well, it's not the middle of the night. You know which way the sun's gonna rise. You point to the east. You're like that fucker.
If we're all drinking, I'm getting more because my head's gonna start hurting soon. So I want to make sure. I can up it up again. You know.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to stop the headache so you can restart over again?
No, if I drink more, it's fine. It'll just go away.
Okay.
a thing.
Tabby's like one of those hair of the cat people.
There's rumors.
Well, good news. We're all more powerful now.
Indeed. Tabby, you got a level as well.
I didn't sleep yet.
It's a god.
I'm gonna see if I can cast it. I'm gonna cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on you, Brillia.
What save is that?
It's there's no save.
Oh, there's no save. I forgot. Fuck.
Roll a performance. How good's your dance? What are you doing?
Performance. These dice. 21 total.
All right, you're nailing it. What kind of dancing are you doing?
I don't know.
Verity, what kind of dancing is Brillia doing?
She is.
Well, what did she drink?
Whatever was out, the first thing I saw.
And then we had some beer with the gods. Beers with the gods.
Brillia is downing a ton of Fireball whiskey, or the equivalent.
Ooh, I was gonna say.
Does it make me less drunk because I have fire resistance?
That's
really
pretty good. It's the closest thing you can find to drinking a cookie. So cinnamony. Like those mini candy hearts.
I have, my food! And my food's all burning because I wasn't paying attention to it.
Alright, the chat has decided that you're doing, the worm, so you're doing, like, some breakdancing. Like,
Good though.
Like, you find this, like, area where, like, the horses have, like, trotted it a little bit flat, and you're like,
Tabby, can we stop this?
Stop now, my food is all being burnt! And the minute, like, I start, like, fixing it, the concentration breaks.
Okay.
Does that mean, like, you're doing the worm, we just fall flat?
Yeah. But everyone cheers and then just buys Brillia another drink.
Yeah, am I all muddy?
No, you're sandy.
Okay.
It's not the same type of sand, though. It's like the sand from a beach. How'd you get to a beach? I don't know.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be on you for weeks. I like glitter, but it's not muddy.
Okay. I'm about to use prestidigitation, but I stopped myself. Because I don't want to thank Pelor.
You don't want to thank Daddy?
Not right now.
This is the best twist any game has ever had.
I am angry at it. I didn't realize I was contributing to this kind of behavior. Melissa.
You know what? I gotta get it out of my system, because after this, one of you guys is GMing, and I will lose all my power, so I've gotta take advantage of it now.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course.
I gave you guys a level. I'm just gonna do it anyways, but still.
Yeah.
That's true.
Still.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys drink into the morning.
Really is probably very hungover.
Yeah, well, you guys, the nice thing is that because you're here with a royal escort, excuse me, because you're here with a royal escort, you guys can sleep in the nice comfy little carriages. You've got like not like a full bedroom, but you've got like a quite nice, like, you know, when you're on a train and they have those like rooms where they have like the fold out bed and stuff. You guys have like some nice carriages to be in. So yeah, you sleep it off, you wake up, and Brillia, you feel sure that you could banish a soul if you needed to.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we can do the thing. We can do the thing. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's technically the soul, so I think we have to do. Oh, I should have probably asked for clarification. Do I banish her while she's still in the body, or after we?
To revivify.
Yeah, I'll say you have a sense of how you would use this.
I do. So it's
Yeah.
I do it after we kill her, or do I do it now?
We'll do it the moment of death. So someone else will
Okay.
need to do the killing, and then you can do the.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay. Verity. Brillia's ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yep.
How are you gonna do this? Are you gonna just like stab her in her cell? Are you gonna like use her own axe? Are you gonna bring her in from the army? Are you gonna sneak attack her? You gonna burn her?
I actually have a question.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that banishment isn't a touch spell. So it's not touch spell, it's within 60 feet. In case we don't want to make a ruckus, we could always, I can just silence it, and then the banishment can still happen outside of that. So I mean, I'd rather people not be like, what was that big screaming? Why was somebody screaming? It sounded like someone was just executed by sword or magic or something.
So we want to make it seem like she died of natural causes?
I don't think we have to worry about how she dies. Because the body is going to be burned up, right? We're going to destroy the body. We're going to destroy the corpse, and as long as at the point of death, you're able to get that spell off. Is that what we figured out? I don't think the way we get it done is the important thing. It's the timing, and then we dispose of the body as soon as possible.
Agreed, but if we're going to kill her, we want to make sure the way we do it is beneficial for Verity in the sense of maintaining power and respect.
I mean, she won't admit what she's done. I don't know if it looks better or if it looks worse if we do it in private or if I do it in front of everybody and make a show of it.
That's why I'm asking you. But should we ask Sarita?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can
we ask the advisors or
sure.
Or Sen, or one of
still around, all of them.
Ladrin.
Sure. So we'll say you pull together the council.
Yeah.
So you've got Rue, who's like the political advisor. You've got Sarita, who's the military advisor. You have Arsene, who's banging Verity. And who else? Anybody else interesting there? Karis is there. Karis is glaring at Arsene a little bit. No? You can roll insight if you want. Verity seems confused.
I am confused.
I'll hum a tune so you have bardic inspiration in case you need it.
Sure. So
18?
If you need a D10, you can use it.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I'm here. What the guy's thinking.
I want to know. I don't 27.
Okay. He wanted to marry you. He was gonna unite his family and your family because he's one of the higher houses in Lunaris, and he was friends with your brother, and he thought maybe you guys would, and then you banged a human, and he's.
I had thought that he might have been fucking my brother at one point.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. I was like, did I it wouldn't, is that, okay.
Wait a minute.
Not that it can't.
He can do, he can and will do both.
Yes. That is.
Oh, like I thought you wanted to make my brother. It's just like Lenore all over again.
This is Lenore part 2. Oh my god.
Anyways, he clearly, the more you kind of like check out through the meeting, it seems like he's not only like a little sad that you he never had a chance with you, but he's also like, this fucking guy, this human idiot. And Arsen's just like, swords are sharp. No, I'm kidding. He's not that bad. Arsen's a sweetheart. I just like to tease him because he's my favorite. That's not true. Atlas is my favorite. God, I love me an Atlas. Okay, so you want to know what they think you should do with the queen?
Yeah.
Do you just want the majority, or do you want to do the same?
Just the majority.
Okay, so, Rue thinks you should do it secretively and kind of spread the rumor that she died of her injuries after the fight. Sarita thinks that you should go in front of all of the soldiers and just cut her down with her own sword or her own axe. Karis thinks you should show off your own expertise and do some kind of like badass roguey thing. Like actually fight her, but like just cut her down. Yeah.
Maybe in front of everybody isn't a bad idea. Especially
Karis is like poison her, make sure she will lose, and then kill her in public. Whereas Sarita's just axe her head off. Like, guillotine.
Did we explain to them what needs to happen and what we're trying to do at all? Like the whole banish part? I don't think, did we end up explaining that?
You guys are still, like, some of the only people who know about the whole, like, undead thing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna assume you guys told Sarita, because you've been talking to her a fair amount.
That's fair.
But the other two, they just think you're putting on a public show.
I think it's worth explaining to them. Oh, it's telepathically. I think it's worth explaining to them what the...
And
it's up to you.
Explaining all of it.
Maybe not even all of it, just saying we have a way that may be able to counteract what happens when somebody dies, especially to a cursed blade like this. Nothing in really your favor. It sounds nice at first, but I mean, as long as we can explain it.
Look, in the end, there are always, or Sen says, there are always people who are going to disagree with how this went down, but it's not like your aunt isn't known for doing this kind of stuff, or just cutting people down in their prime. That's what she does.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for everybody.
Okay.
Yep.
So when the caravan stops at you start a little early, actually, that night, so that the sun is setting and you get this nice, very dramatic kind of people paint this moment. And you have someone bring out Ondrea.
Right. I don't know how to do like the
Are we softening her up first so that we know that her first blow kills her?
Yeah, we'll say she's got 1 HP, we'll say. Whatever you do dramatically will kill her.
Right. Well, I mean, they all know about the Vecna stuff already, or that, right?
The people.
Yeah.
You know, Vecna has promised stuff, and that the death cult is saying that lives will go on forever.
Yeah.
Like they've been housing the death cult, so
they know the rumors, whether or not they know it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So the plan is to go through a couple things. Right. I want to make it very clear that this was a difficult decision, which is why it wasn't done until I had plenty of time to think and consult with advisors and discuss this with the other leaders before this decision was made. The decision was made to by a consensus to end, how do I say end Ondrea's life? I would have done that.
To not
and
gift her
Ondrea's
the
time as ruler.
To not gift her the time that she also bullied for.
Yeah, something like that. For a few reasons. I will go through that. She was the one who killed my parents. She was the one who killed my brother. She has tried to kill me 3 times. Yep.
Might be 4.
Or however many times it was.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
4 times.
There was that dream one where she almost made you fall off the side of a building.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I will go through. I'm not going to go into detail because because I don't think she'll admit to it. There's no reason, like she can't explain why. So I will go through that, like she was the one that took my wings for a mistake that I made, and that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think she'll. I mean, like if she wants to say, like,
About your fancy wings.
Yeah, but like I don't. If she then it's still something that she did. It'd be you know what I mean? Like if she admit, well, Verity killed somebody, and that's why she's still admitting to having done it. So I don't think she's going to argue with that. But I will go through that. And then after that, then on to a little bit of the Vecna stuff. About the reverency, the people becoming reverence, and why this needs to be done now. It should be quite obvious that she is starting to turn into a revenant, and why the decision is being made here, only in front of the caravan, and not at what we had hoped would be a proper trial in Lunaris. My intention is not to skip past law and rule, but unfortunately we're running out of time before immortality strikes. And I'm gonna be very persuasive.
All right.
Pop out the wings.
Persuasion or performance, whichever you like.
I will also have been giving bardic inspiration during the speech, like a slight flute bullshit or something like that.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh.
Who would do this? Counselor Rue. Counselor Rue will give you guidance.
Ooh.
No, I crit.
So add it all in. I wouldn't know how high you get with a D10 and a D4 in addition to your crit.
You have a plus 13, right?
I have a plus 13, yeah.
The dice are being really nice to us.
And a D4. Yeah, right. This is the one that I was using last week too. That rolled well for me. It's the same one.
I'm using the same ones that I was using last week too.
I was like, that's my good one. I'm okay. Okay, that's a 1 on the D10 and a 2. So 33, 34, 35, 36.
All right. You give your speech. People are captivated by your words. Who brings you the axe?
I think Rue should.
I don't.
He's internal affairs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's kind of the most. Sarita did work for Ondrea. This is a show that she is behind.
She's behind
me
you
in my transfer, or not?
And the troops respect her.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Sarita, the gnome, walks forward, and she is carrying this absolutely gorgeous weapon. It is humming with magical energy and flickering in blues and purples and whites. And when you pick it up, you expect it to be really heavy, but it seems to almost like adapt itself perfectly in your hands.
Okay.
The 2 guards who are holding your aunt push her down forward, so you have a clear shot at her neck.
Do you have any last words?
She doesn't. She just looks at you with hatred in her eyes, with this feeling of just, I was right and you were wrong.
If it matters at all, I really wish it didn't have to end this way. And then I'm gonna...
And I'll put off the spell.
Okay. And
I'll thank Pelor. I'll thank Pelor.
Thanks, Pelor.
And then I'm gonna pass the axe off. and I'm gonna go behind one of the carriages and I'm gonna throw up.
Tabby and I will cover for Verity as she throws up.
I start juggling. No.
Read the rune, Tabby.
Oh, right, I'm sorry. Backflips, you're right.
Alright, I need to spend a special secret message to Luna. Just a thing that you are aware of. And Verity goes off and throws up behind the... yeah.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
Verity, when you come back, do you light the body on fire? Or do
Yeah.
you have other people do it?
As it is my custom. If it's not me, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It needs to be my fire.
Alright, you clean yourself up. We'll say there's like a slash of like blood across you or something, so you have a reason to go back. People don't think you're being weak. And when you come back, burn that bitch up.
Yep.
She gets toasty. And you all watch it for a long while. It smells gross.
Yep.
Brillia's making this expression like the whole time.
You. I'm trying like how long do I have to like 2 hours in. Do you know how long was this done to it?
How long did it take to burn a body? I don't know, honey. I don't burn bodies very often.
I don't.
Didn't you burn my mom's body?
No, I didn't.
Who burned her body then?
I don't know. It wasn't me. I was vomiting after that as well.
Okay. No, you're right. I remember that part when you were vomiting. It's just, well, cremation takes about 2 hours. Do you think it'll take about 2 hours? You okay?
Do you think if I add more fire, it'll help?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay, more fire. I'll just I got control flames.
I whisper to Verity, do you want more fire?
Make more fire. I don't know.
A ball of fire is just like rolling on top of the body back and forth.
While trying to look like respectful and somber.
Brillia is managing that with what she knows.
I so badly want to walk up to in front of where the body's being burned, stick out my sword and green flame, go, and just have a green flame just bloop, keep dropping onto it.
Thought you were gonna roast something on top of the fire.
Yeah.
And on top of my sword is a chicken.
Tommy's like, anybody want some cookies?
You know, the smell is a lot worse than the taste, so I mean the chicken will get seasoned this way.
The nice thing is that the hotter you burn her, the less smoke there is. So it's definitely less nauseating.
So I will keep that control flames going.
Would anyone like to... Actually, no, I'm gonna make you all do this, because you're all...
It doesn't say I can make it... I suppose it wouldn't if I can make it hotter. But...
Okay, message sent. Alright, Laura, there's a message for you. But I would like you all to roll con saves to see if you manage to hold a sense of decorum through this whole gory process.
I have rolled 2 5s. Nine, either way.
Okay.
What happened, dice?
On the important roll, you did it.
Yeah, you're right.
Brillia, Tabby.
I rolled a natural 19, so that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
How much would 11 get me?
Yeah, okay, so the only person who's managing to be, real cool about this is Brillia. But because Brillia is so cool about it, she manages to cover for you guys when you need to have, a moment of, Oh, I guess I should roll for our send, shouldn't I?
I casually put the ball of fire, in front of us a little bit to block them.
Yeah, you're like, do you know that wind spell or the downwind?
I practiced. Remember, I burnt the zombie.
That's true. That's true. All right, and let's say it's only an hour and a half then with your extra work before there is just a smoldering pile of ashes. You now have this badass axe, Verity.
I'm not using that thing. That's going in like a vault somewhere.
That's fair. That's fair.
Gross.
Or your child.
I doubt they're gonna want it. Maybe.
You don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You guys, I feel like don't gather around the campfire that night. Maybe there's more of a chilly night sitting inside one of the little caravans together, just chatting. Who brings the booze?
I have my own.
Yeah. So Tabby shows up. He's like, "Yeah, let's drink."
Big flask. It's comically large. It fits inside of a Goliath's jacket. They don't normally wear them.
It's actually just like your sword sheath just has like a layer of alcohol. When you unpop the bottom, you pour
multi-flask.
it's I'm a sword swallower.
That definitely exists somewhere.
There's got to be like somebody made a disgusting sword where like the hilt can be full of alcohol.
There's someone
and like it's not balanced right unless it's got something in it. Anyways, so you the five of you sit together: Brillia, Verity, Tabby, Koss, and Arsene, and pass around the bottle.
I drank yesterday. I'm good.
Okay.
I drank yesterday. That's my one a year.
Yeah. Not even one a year. Maybe this is the fifth time in her lifetime that she's drank.
When it comes around to Arsene, he lifts the flasks and says, "Well, to the new queen."
I don't. I thought I would feel better.
I'm kind of happy it doesn't, considering what we just did. So, because that wasn't pleasant. So it means that you're a good person still.
They're kind of, the scariest times to have a transition of power when there's an even greater power that needs to be confronted to. So.
At least you don't have to worry about a war. Or, I mean, maybe a civil war, but not at least a war between.
But not a war.
But not a war. Different kind of war.
Ruth tried to debrief you yet to going over any of that stuff yesterday during the body thing, because I was kind of focused on trying not to laugh and then cry a little bit. There was kind of a lot, so I was missing a bunch. Because I talked to her the other night, and I was trying to make sure that she and everybody had the good mindset, the right thinking for the days to come. And I think she's on the right side here, so I'm just hoping she didn't bother you too much with the information just yet. No.
No. Oh.
You might
better start sooner than later.
You might want to look into people who will be able to take that, because it sounds like it was an everyday thing. So.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, hopefully, I'm not gonna lie, half of what I did out there was that hopefully people stop talking. Didn't she say a show of force would be, I mean, just cutting down a change person isn't exactly a show of force, is it?
They saw they fight. They saw us win.
Yeah.
They saw you win.
Well, I mean, at least it was all of us together, and we're all turning up together, so that should be helpful. I mean, it's done now, so.
Yes, it's done now.
Okay, so on to better things.
Let's hope.
Just kidding, we got to kill.
On to the next thing. You guys have to go and get this sword so you can slash down Vecna. Or, I mean, if you want, you can try to get Brillia's brother on side. Up to you guys. Up to you guys.
I will say I'm more of a dungeon delver than a
Brother dweller?
than a man of politics, which I think this
There's
is in a sense.
nothing wrong with trying to get both.
That's true.
Talking to him can happen while I'm resting.
Mm-hmm.
And murdering your family should really always be the very last option.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is an inevitability, but the
I don't want to kill him.
end of the alphabet.
I do not want to kill him.
I mean,
I do think that we should get the sword first, and once we have that, then I don't think it could go either way. I think if we are to try to get him on our side now, he'll not think much of it. But if he sees that we are actually able to do what we are setting out to do, then I think it'll be either way. I think we won't make much progress before that.
I think we should try to get him on our side after we have the sword, so that he at least doesn't have any whispers of what we're trying to get.
Yeah.
And making the choice while Vecna is still alive rather than once Vecna is dead. It should be, I mean, ideally, him giving the option to choose to side with us rather than with Vecna.
Yeah.
Instead of, well, Vecna's gone, so we got nothing else. Again, ideal situation, not what is likely to happen. But I mean, from the little bit of time I spent with him, it did seem like there was hope.
I truly hope that's the case.
Well, we will do our very best to try. I think I'm all murdered out for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by the sword. I mean, before I met you, you saw me. I was with Hilgard and Carlos. Yeah, we were taught this is the best situation. We have 2 experienced dungeon delvers, me, Cos. We know what we're doing.
yeah, we do. What's up, Tabby?
Also, why were you in lava? Why is your sword in lava? Where were you?
Yeah.
I don't. Where was I?
Wait,
Pulls out the map.
It's never on a beach. I've never been on a beach.
Well, if I was
ever
on a
happens
beach, then I'm pretty
on a
sure it would have been
beach.
found.
No, we were at
look
a
at the map?
beach talking to Pelor. Oh, I grab a drink again, remembering Pelor.
Same,
I'll trade you.
same, yeah.
Can I look at the map and see if I'm familiar with the area that the sword is, or we're being led to?
Sure. Yeah.
Please. Would that be survival, or would that be
Let's say nature.
nature more than anything? All right.
More nature.
Got the D20, not using that one.
It's bad luck. You can't use a D20 that's fallen.
That's true. Good thing its brother here saved my ass with a 19 on the die, so it's 20.
Okay. What do you want to know about it?
I want to know if I know the area or if I've ever even been over there.
Do you know the area and have you ever been over there?
I've traveled a lot and...
Wow! I rolled 2 natural ones in a row. You have no idea where this is. It seems so, based on what you've seen of it, you're like, that can't exist. Like, that's not a real place, based on what I know of geography. Like, that's not how that would work. It's like, you know in Minecraft, when you, like, see an area and you're like, well, that exists because of this moment, and if I touch that sand block, it'll fall?
Yeah.
That's the feel you get when you think about this place.
Oh, that... You know, I wanted to say it didn't make sense at first, but this was how many years ago? 50? 60? Tabby says that seriously.
A long time ago, and I would have hoped that Pelor swig had good enough, and no, I Yes, Pelor, you would have given us the map that was current. As I drink.
Like, it's not that you couldn't follow this map. Like, it is still a helpful map. It just, like, it has just a not natural feel to it. Like, this is not a place that exists normally in the world.
Would it be safe to say that, like, I have been over into that area and that is not a landmass that is on a map?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, like, you've seen currents, and you're like, no, that's not how that works. If there was something out there, we'd know. And yet.
Let's go find out.
Yay! Everybody has a few more drinks before bed, and Arsene sneakily tries to drag Verity off. I'm like, hey, do you want to get out of here? Do you want to get out of here?
Well, I mean, yes, but... Yes. No.
What?
No.
Yeah.
No, yes, I want to get out of here. No to that face. That.
But you're the queen now.
Yeah, I know, because I just cut my aunt's head off. So, yeah.
All right, fine.
Tomorrow. I'll just tomorrow.
Like you know, what am I, like the prince consort? Is that my title now?
Yes.
Crown prince consort. Ooh, look at me! I'm rising the ranks.
Aren't you just marrying up?
He gives you a nice kiss, though. He's clearly teasing you a little bit to try to like take some of the sting out of how hard the day was.
The sweet pea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will still be queen tomorrow, and the day after that, maybe. Look, one day at a time. Let's not get too far into the future, just in case.
He laughs when he kisses you, and he's like, "You're such a dork," and he pulls you outside of the carriage. Okay.
What an awful day of conception that would have possibly been.
Of what?
A day of conception.
On the day that I killed my aunt.
Mm-hmm. Good way to remember.
Remember.
Like, that's
cover up the memory.
Yeah, Cost curls up with Brillia. You guys have a nice cuddly night together. Except, you know, that Cost doesn't have a heartbeat anymore, which occasionally just...
Is mine just really slow now?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. It's more and more preserved until it will not do it anymore.
Daddy can't sleep well, so he's gonna climb out to the top of one of the caravans and just sit there in the night, just watch, just do his thing.
Really is not going to be able to sleep for the first couple hours for reasons.
Okay.
But, yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out in the next game.
Yeah, maybe next game.
Maybe. We'll find out. Awesome. I didn't know what you were going to tell anybody. That's up to you, man.
I don't know if I'm going to tell anyone.
But good job. You killed Ondrea, one of our longest term villains. Congratulations.
Yay.
She did.
Dead.
You're probably gonna get a letter from Lenore next game being like, "Nice job, guys. Look what I found in the gutter.
I got her soul. Thanks for sending it over."
Finished. XOXO. You should write a letter on her body for like, "Dear Lenore.
Dear Lenore, this one's for you.
This is for you.
It's slightly rotten, but you can still have it."
Do what you want with it.
Use the blood.
Oh, exactly. Make a pretty painting with her blood.
Yeah.
Love Verity. All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone, so much for joining us tonight. If you like Darkness and Dragons, you should stick around. There's only like 4 more episodes left of the season, and we're coming up to the big penultimate moment of the series. And then we're going to do some one-shots, and then we're going to switch things up and play a new game. So if you guys have anything you want to see, we're plotting. We're already plotting, I'll say.
Plotting. All the drama.
All the drama.
Feels.
If you want to stay up to date with our stuff, we're pretty much on every social media, so check that out. And if you want to find more of me, I am at Feminist Gamer on Instagram, or you can find me on the XP Billionaires podcast, where I am a regular contributor. Laura, where can people find you?
Everything is at Dark Moon Dice.
Okay, and I can be found on Instagram at Luna_Moon_C.
And if you want to find me everywhere, I have the long one. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter, or here on Twitch at Shrycool. I've been streaming a lot of Pokemon lately, Sundays and Mondays. This Sunday I'm going to be starting up the English version of Pokemon Green, randomized, so we can just go around and have a fun time looking at their weird names. And then I am also just starting up a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke run. If you want to know what that is, then come hang out with me. I'll explain it to you.
But I want to know it now.
Oh, okay. So Nuzlocke, things die.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the thing. Things die, and it's tough.
Is that
That's
the one
all.
where if they die, you can't use them again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's sad.
Yeah, it's rough.
That sounds rough.
I just finished my Pokemon Crystal run, and my long time... It was a Pokemon Crystal randomizer as well, so I had a lot of weird Pokemon from places I shouldn't be getting them. I had a long-term party member, Zapdos. His name was Motorcycle. And he made it through everything, and then Red at the very end had a Moltres, which took it out somehow. But it makes sense. Bird versus bird.
Oh,
How life
a
goes.
great tragedy.
Truly.
Well, yeah, so that's where you can find more of us. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next week for episode 9. Thanks so much for coming, and have a great night.
Mwah. Bye. Okay, done.